Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is Pool Chapter 39, and this chapter starts with Yin out of the hot springs tub. We will leave what happens in the hot springs tub in the hot springs tub, and we will start the chapter innocently after she is out. Good morning, Miss Lin. Yaoyorozu greeted you brightly. Did you sleep well last night? Yes, thank you, he replied brightly. The beds here are very comfortable. Further into the cabin, Mina and Jiro smirked at each other, waiting by the open window for Hagakure to return. There was a noise against the wooden wall of the cabin, and Mina looked across. Hagakure? She whispered. Yeah? The invisible girl panted as she crawled up through the window. Can you please pass me my dress? That was so embarrassing running across to Mr. Aizawa's cabin with no clothes on. You're invisible, Yorika said in a confused voice as she walked over to the girls. No one can see you anyway. Oh, true, Hagakure chuckled, taking her dress from Mina's outstretched hand. So, what did you find? Jiro asked in a gossipy interrogative tone, twisting her earjack around her finger. Did they sleep in the same bed? Well, Hagakure whispered in a gossipy tone as she pulled her dress on. I didn't want to actually go inside the cabin just in case either of them were naked, so I just peeked through the window. And? Mina asked expectantly, hands clutched together under her chin. Both their bags are in the bedroom, the invisible girl squealed. That doesn't mean they slept in the same bed, Mina said with disappointment. But to think their bags are in the same room? The scandal, she added teasingly. But that's not all, Hagakure continued. The sheets on the beds were very messy, and there's only one pillow, but there are definitely two head impressions in it. So not only did they sleep in the same bed, but they even shared the same pillow. Jiro blushed a little and Mina screeched into the palms of her hands as she covered her mouth, fangirling excitedly. How do you know it's the impressions of two heads? Yorika asked. Does it really look that obvious? We need to test this. Mina, come and lie next to me. I want to see if you can tell if two people have shared a pillow. Mina spun around and skipped over to Urarika's bed and then jumped up onto it, snuggling into the floaty brunette's pillow. Wait, I have to be there too! Urarika giggled as she ran over and playfully tackled Mina, the pair squirming over each other on the bed. This is my pillow now, Mina bubbled playfully. Go find your own. No, you're messing up the experiment, Urarika screeched playfully, finally wresting a part of the pillow from Mina so that she could lie down on it too. What do you think, Hagakure? Did they lie like this? Urarika and Mina were lying on haphazard angles, their bodies far apart. No, I think they may have been spooning, Hagakure said cheekily. Oh my god, Jiro gasped, still blushing lightly. No way. Like this? Urarika asked as she scooted her body around and wrapped a leg over Mina's side. Hagakure squealed and giggled, clapping her hands with delight. Yeah, they totally slept like that, Jiro leered. Oh, baby, Mina cooed in her best, sexy roleplay voice, grabbing Urarika's leg so that she couldn't get away. You're so sexy. Urarika shrieked and giggled, squirming to get free, but Mina rolled quickly and ended up on top of the floaty brunette. Let me show you a bedtime story, the pink-skinned beauty leered, pretending that she was Aizawa on top of Yin. No, Urarika whispered in an airy voice, falling into your character. Aizawa, this is so forbidden. What if the students hear? I'll expel them if they hear, Mina replied in a deadpan Aizawa voice. Jiro and Hagakure both cackled with laughter as the two girls wrestled on the bed. Girls! Yaoyorozu snapped strictly as she re-entered the cabin after talking with you and saw the girls wrestling on the bed. What are you doing? We're experimenting, Mina said excitedly. That sounds so wrong, Jiro said with a small chuckle. Jiro has a dirty mind, Hagakure sung. So do you, Jiro teased back. What experiment? Yaoyorozu asked, keeping the conversation on track. Well, Hagakure gossiped, we wanted to see if it was possible that both Aizawa and Yin slept together on the bed and shared a pillow. Yaoyorozu blushed and pressed her fingertips to her lips. That is absolutely none of our business, she said in a flustered tone. They would not have engaged in any untoward activities. Momo, honey, Mina said in a sassy tone as she hopped off the bed. You're way too innocent. I just think that Mr. Aizawa and Miss Lin are good role models and would not allow desires of the flesh to cloud their judgment and professional conduct. Meanwhile, Good morning, you greeted politely to Aizawa as he entered the empty hall, pretending that you two just hadn't done it earlier in the hot springs pool. He didn't reply but watched you walk to the storeroom and open it to get some training equipment out for the morning's exercise. As your back was turned, he walked up behind you and slipped an arm around your waist, pulling you back against him and planting a kiss on the back of your neck. What was that for? You stammered with surprise as he spun in his arms and pressed your hands to his chest. I don't want you to think that I'm ignoring you, he said in his casual monotone voice, then let go of you and walked away. Good morning to you too. You gave him an embarrassed, shaky smile, shaking your head before going back to what you were doing. Well, at least he's trying to be more considerate. That whole day was spent focusing on the students, putting them through their paces and making sure they were expanding their quirk duration. You ready for tonight? Aizawa asked you as you were picking up the cones and stacking them later that afternoon. Tonight? You asked. Yes, a witch hunt. Which hunt? You asked, confused. Yin. His blank expression bore into you. The first night that we were here I discussed this with you, and you agreed to be the witch. Do you not remember? You furrowed your brows, thinking hard, then suddenly it clicked. Oh, yeah, I remember now. He asked me to do something and I agreed to it. This must have been it. Oh, damn. What are the rules of the game? Oh, yeah, I remember now, you said suddenly. But, refresh my memory, what exactly is involved? We decided that we would stay until dark tonight and then head home late. The final game being a witch hunt. Quirks allowed. Quirks allowed? You did agree to this, Yin, he said, a little exasperated that you didn't seem to remember, when in actual fact you hadn't been paying attention in the first place. Yeah, I know. When you say quirks allowed, that means that they are allowed to use them, no holds barred, and I have to fight back, right? Unless you want to be captured immediately. Yes, he replied. I'm relying on you to really test our students. Why me? You wailed internally, while nodding to him. Okay, I've got it. He nodded and turned and walked away, taking the cones with him. I'm honestly gonna die. I've seen the strength of these students, and if they gang up on me and go all out, I am done for. You sighed heavily and turned to go back to the cabin, looking for something suitable to wear to the game, your funeral, as you heard Bakugo's harrowing scream of "Die!" ring in your brain. R.I.P. Yin. This is the end of the book. No, I'm joking. It's not the end of the book. Please stay tuned for the next chapter, chapter 40, coming tomorrow.